Hello friends, God bless you. Um, and today we will look from the scripture about what happens when we take matter in our own hands. See, God gives all of us promises throughout our life. Promise to bless us, promise to do certain things in our life. And we know that. We know that God has given me this promise and it will come. We also believe that God keeps His promise. But when it takes little longer for those promises to be fulfilled, we are tempted to take matters in our own hand. There is a story similar to this in Genesis 25 to 27. The story between mom and son, Rebecca and her son Jacob. Now Rebecca came from a family who were idol worshippers. She might not have a complete awareness or knowledge about God of Abraham. But when she was pregnant, the two babies in her womb tussled, and she went to the Lord. Bible says that she went to the Lord and said that, God, what is happening with me? And God is so gracious. When she asked, God answered. And it could be true for you and me too. When we ask God, He always answers. And God explained that, Rebecca, in your womb there are two nations. You have two sons. And their younger son will rule over your older son. I don't know whether Rebecca has shared this information with Isaac or not. But fast forward, Isaac is very old, and she heard that Isaac wanted to bless Esau, her older son. And she knew from the beginning that the God has selected Jacob from the womb. It is an assuring thing for us. God selected Jacob not because he has done anything good or bad. Actually, he has done so many wrong things. And it is a comfort for you and me that God has selected you and me from our mother's womb, not based on our performance or what we do right, what we do wrong. God has selected us regardless of our performance. God selected Jacob that way. And Rebecca knew that. But now she heard that Isaac is going to bless Esau. So she took the matter in her own hand. She should have gone to God and said, God, you remember that when I was pregnant, you told me that my younger son Jacob would rule over the older son. But now Isaac is about to bless Esau. She did not do that. But she took the matter in her own hand. We have heard about that Jacob is a deceiver. He stole the birthright. But actually, he was a silent partner. He obeyed his mother. The whole plan was her mother's, to steal the blessings from Isaac because his eyesight were weak. Actually, Jacob was afraid. He said to her mom, if I go and take the blessing, and if my dad finds out, instead of blessing, I will receive curse. And Rebecca uttered a very fearful word. She said that, let that curse fall on me. You see, there is a power on your and my tongue, power of life and death. And when Jacob stole the blessing and Esau wanted to kill him, she knew about it, and she told Jacob that now you go to my brother's place, my brother's house, for few days. That's her plan. Go for the few days. And then I will send someone. As soon as your brother's anger calm down, I will call you back. But we know the story. It took 20 years before Jacob came back home. Those few days become 20 years. There is no record in Bible that Rebecca ever saw Jacob again. Did God keep his promise? Yes, of course. We knew that from Jacob, who became Israel, and that promise, or God, what God said, did happen. See, God has given you a promise. God has said something to you about your life. And if it is taking longer, let God do what God can do. Don't try to take matter in your own hand. What God has said will happen for sure. It will happen in your life. Trust in the Lord and His promise and His goodness. And if you are becoming impatient, go and ask Lord. Rebecca should have gone to God. She did not do what she should be doing. And I encourage you, if God's promise is taking longer in your life to be fulfilled, go to God. He's a loving Father. He will not be offended and He will answer you. But just don't, because it is taking longer, just don't take matter in your own hands. God's promise on your life will be fulfilled. God bless you and thank you.